All right, good morning, Alta Realty Group agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing here at Alta, and today we're going to go over Google accounts and the proper way to set up Google accounts. Google, of course, is connected with all kinds of free tools that we're able to use. YouTube, Google Ads, Google Analytics, so we want to make sure, Gmail, of course. So we want to make sure that you have these tools set up properly for your business. Before I get into today's presentation, let me bring on Bill Seitz and Cameron Alley. Good morning, Bill. How are you today, buddy?
I am doing well, thank you. How are you doing, Kevin?
Doing great. All right, let me bring on Cameron. Good morning, Cameron. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Good morning, everyone.
All right, good morning. All right, great. So before we get into our Google presentation, Bill and Cameron, what's going on out there in mortgage land? Bill, maybe you start first.
Well, I'm staring at Market Watch right now and reading a bunch of complicated variables about looking ahead, inflation, the central bank, and all sorts of charts and stuff. Some days are easier to digest than others, but today was an interesting one. Am I going through all the financials going, doesn't sound like they have a real firm idea of how employment's going to shake out, and inflation worries are, kind of double speak out one side of the mouth, the other side of the mouth. But I guess that's what they do time to time, right?
Oh yes, they do.
Oh yeah.
Cameron, what are you seeing on your end?
Yeah. So obviously today, 10-year Treasury dipped quite a bit, which is good for us in the meantime. Right now, I just priced up a 20% purchase and got a 275 no points at UWM, so that's really good. That was with 780 credit. So obviously a big drop on rates today, and then I priced up a jumbo, and we're looking at 3.875 at 10% down now with only $1,000 in points. So big price improvement since yesterday. Which is good. And then I also was looking at some news here, and purchase apps last week were at the lowest since last May of 2020 for conventional loans. So that's kind of interesting. So
that's a very interesting stat, Cameron.
As expected. Yep, the market is kind of cooling down a little bit, which is kind of a good thing, especially for those buyers agents, because it's still hot, but it's hopefully not as many crazy offers as it has been. And then another stat here: purchase apps down 7% since last week for conventional loans, and 16% from this month last year. So and that's mostly in the conventional range. If you look in the higher ranges, there's still a lot of cash offers, especially up in Northern California. But down here seems to be cooling off just a little bit. But with that being said, there's still huge demand, but hopefully it's just going to make it a little bit easier for buyers agents to squeeze in there with a deal that gets accepted.
What was that first loan amount you had on that was it 2.75 you said? No points?
Yep. So that was at, let me look now again. And this was at Home Point, Bill.
Okay.
But that was 560. So 20% down.
And which county was that? Obviously that was probably
San Diego. I just priced it up like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's an amazing. I mean, that really shows you, because I think 3-4 weeks ago we were hovering around 3, maybe even the low 3s for that same scenario, right?
Yeah, and a lot of the lenders right now are pricing conservatively because they think that with all the inflation numbers that rates are going to go up. But just like Bill was saying earlier, when you read this stuff, you see so many different opinions, and it just kind of seems like they don't really know what's going on. So the best thing we can do is just ride the wave, and when rates are good, let you guys know, so that maybe if you have someone that's having a little bit of trouble qualifying, we can rush and try to get their rate locked so that they can get a little bit less on that payment and have a better, more competitive offer.
Oh, that's outstanding. What else? Yeah, I just want to also just mention, I want to thank all the agents that have been starting to utilize Cameron and our team here at Clearview. I know that we're having amazing results, and everyone, as you heard Charles Barnes last week, he had an incredible experience with Cameron and his team. And so we encourage you to please, utilize. If you don't have someone that you have a go-to that's going to pick up the phone, that's going to take the app, that's going to get it done and make you look like a star, these guys are your go-to. And I see, Kevin, you got Cameron's information up there. And obviously you can find all of us on the Clearview homepage website. We're under contacts, and feel free to reach out to us anytime.
Absolutely. Well, great. Thanks, guys, for the mortgage land update. Appreciate that. And it's just really good information for the agents to be able to communicate to your clients and say, hey, this is what's going on. It's a great reason to send a text or send an email. So always check in with the mortgage team, figure out what's going on, and then you have a reason to contact your clients. So good stuff. All right, great. So today, as I said, we're going to be talking about getting your Google account set up. So Google accounts, they are comprised of a lot of different stuff. So the very first thing is you want to go ahead and just set up your Gmail. So let me share a quick graphic with you guys. There we go. So like I said, step one is set up Gmail. Let me see if I can increase this a little bit. There you go. All right. So first of all, if you don't have a Gmail, or even if you have a personal Gmail, you may want to set up a separate Gmail for your business. Something, John Smith Alta at Gmail, something like that. You're probably not going to be using this for email for most things, but it is the basis for your Google account. So step one, set up a Gmail. And then once you have your Gmail set up, you're going to be using that Gmail to log into all the other Google accounts. So that's why it's really important to just set up a Gmail for your business. Like I said, you may not use it. You're not going to be really giving this out to people to email you. You might be what you choose to do. But in most cases, you're just going to be using this as kind of your login and your base for creating this whole suite of accounts that Google gives us access to. So step one, get the Gmail going. Step two would be to go to Google My Business and create what's called a brand account. And so let's just take a look at what that looks like. So you would literally go to Google My Business, click on sign in, and you're going to use that Gmail email address and password in order to get into this. So once you sign in, I'm already signed in, so I'll just click manage now. Then you'll see the businesses that you're associated with right here. And so if you want to see what that looks like once you have your Google My Business account set up, this is what it looks like. When you have a Google account, this is our Google account for Alta Realty Group. We've got pictures of the office. We've got, a couple different bits of information here. And so this is the base. So once you have and of course we connect this to our website and all the other things that Google allows us to do. And so really important to get that set up. This is kind of like your business listing on Google. Really, really important. Every realtor should have it. You can see that reviews show up right here really well. 4 5-star reviews. We should probably work on that and see if we can get some more agents to give us some more reviews. Like I said, you want as many reviews as possible because you never know when somebody's going to come out of the woodwork and leave you a bad review, even if you really did do your best. So having this Google My Business account set up is really, really a good basis and a good start for making sure that your business is visible online. So of course we call that our digital footprint. And so we can see all of our good stuff down here, all of our, even our Facebook and our MLS listings, all the different things that we have our information on is listed here. So that's step two, really important. Get the Google My Business account set up. They'll also give you the option to verify this business. And so you can use your personal address, but you don't have to display it. So there's literally a checkbox that says, I don't want my address to be displayed, but you can still get this business quote unquote verified. What they'll normally do is they'll send you a postcard And it's got like a five-digit little pin, and you put that pin in here, and then your business is quote unquote verified. And so that's another really important step as well. Get the business verified, and then after you've got all those things set up, then you go to YouTube and literally do the same thing. I'm already signed in, but you'll click sign in. You'll use your Gmail in order to set up your YouTube account and channel. And this will allow you to, anytime you do videos, or you do, little video blogs or whatever you want to be doing, you're going to add all those things to your channel. Of course, our channel has something like 150 different videos, all of our Wednesday webinars, and some others, special trainings and stuff. So all that is available on our YouTube channel. And so everybody on the call here today should be setting up a YouTube channel for your stuff. And, of course, you can put in video tours. You can, walk through your listings, or even listings of other people, show people what's going on, click that, and upload that as a video. You can also use all kinds of different software to edit the videos. Canva is something I use. Even YouTube has its own little video editor. So a lot of different things that you can do once you have your YouTube channel set up, but really important to get that set up. And so another thing that's important, once you have your YouTube channel set up, let me go back to my graphic. There's a ton of things that you can do. First of all, there's a lot of different video platforms out there. YouTube is by far the largest. There's Vimeo, there's Daily Motion, Rumble. There's a lot of different video platforms. Just, by sheer volume, YouTube is by far the largest. So you do want to be a part of YouTube, and you want to have, your stuff on YouTube. Billions of people, or billions of hours, are watched on YouTube every day. So it's definitely something that you want to be a part of. So once you set up your channel, really important to kind of customize the channel. So you can see when I was showing our channel, we've got a nice image at the top, and we've got some links to other stuff that's important to us. So you do want to go ahead and make that channel look nice and pretty with some good images. There's a few different resources for images out there. Where I use Adobe Photostock, but there's literally hundreds of places where you can buy images if you don't have good images. And you just want to have at least one or two nice images, especially for the top of the YouTube channel. They've got a little spot for channel art, so you want to make sure that your channel pops out, it reflects your business, and you want to make sure you have the ARG logo, or even your team logo if you have one. So once you have your YouTube channel set up, then you're ready to rock. Then you're ready to, everything's connected. You can then set up your Google Analytics and your Google Ads. And so a lot of different things that you can do from there. So let's see, we add our channel art. There's another really cool free image. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, Unsplash is a really cool free image software that you can go on and basically get the rights to the software. Let me see if I can just pull that up. There we go. Yeah, so this, if you don't have a spot to get images, or you just want a free spot to get images, Unsplash is really, really cool. Just been using it lately and found some great images. They do have, images that you can buy, but they have plenty to choose from as far as images that you just want to, throw up on your websites. You don't have to worry about the rights to those videos, or the rights to those images. So really, really great resource that I just found. So I want you guys to be aware of that. Another thing that you want to do with your YouTube channel is you want to, in your about section, here's our about section, you want to have at least a little description of what your business is. And so that helps in a couple different ways. That helps kind of optimize your channel for SEO. So if you're talking about what we do in your description, that helps your channel kind of get read by Google, and it helps the rest of the Google products kind of sync together properly. So you want all of the, you want every single thing in your Google suite to kind of mirror each other, right? You want to have the same descriptions, you want to have the same phone number, email address, website address. All those things are what we call your citation. And building good citation authority across all these different platforms. And again, the citation is name, business name, and or just your name, your address, if you're using your address, your email address, and your phone number. So those are the main facets of your citation. And having that congruent across all these different websites, on even social media, having that congruent really helps build your citation authority. And then Google knows exactly, oh, this is a real person, this is a real business. All these things are congruent, everything syncs. So you get a lot of bang for your effort when you're creating everything and doing it correctly like this. So, and again, if you're unsure about this, you can always contact me and we can go through this together. We have a few different agents over the last couple of weeks that I've been doing this, helping them create their Google accounts, create their YouTube accounts, get everything set up so we can do this together. You just have to contact me. Okay, so as I mentioned, we can use SEO and search engine optimization to help our Google efforts. So what we want to do is make sure that we have a description. Even in our channels, we want to be able to be subscribed to other like-minded groups and all that kind of stuff. And then you can also set up playlists. So for agents, the playlists would be something more like, one playlist could be listing videos. One playlist could be, tips. So you can have different playlists that have different styles of videos that you might be putting out. So it's a really good idea to segment your YouTube channel into different playlists as well. So all that stuff is great. Then what we want to do is we want to make sure that you also go to Google Analytics and you want to be able to set up a Google Analytics account, because this is going to help you see all of the different stats on your website. So you go to Google Analytics, same thing, you're going to sign in with your Gmail. And once you're signed into Gmail, especially if you're using Google Chrome, as I am, you'll see that it starts to recognize you and it knows that it is following you, right? So this happens to be our Google Analytics account for Clearview Mortgage. So we can see the great thing about all of the Google Analytics is you can really study exactly who's coming to your website, when, how often, what they do. And so let's just take a quick look at the audience overview. So this will show us just a brief overview of where these people are coming from. Countries, operating systems, all that kind of stuff gives us that kind of data. Then we can also figure out, let's go down to acquisition, and we can show how these people were acquired. Where do they come from? So this is really cool. You can see how many people came direct. That's normally people that just have the URL, or they clicked on the URL, from a direct source. We've also got social. That's 22.7% of the people that have come to this website in the last, I think this is over the last week, have come from social media. 19% have come from organic search. They did some kind of organic search where they typed in mortgage and Newport Beach or San Diego, and they found our site that way. And then 9% is referral. And then other, this little part is just other ways that people got to your website. But it's really cool to be able to just see how people are getting to your website. Then really cool is to see where they go. What do they do when they go to your website? So this is a really cool thing for Cameron. When we do a search on our Clearview Mortgage website, well, who gets the most traffic? Well, Cameron's page does, because he does a lot of advertising. So in the last week, 190 people came to the website to visit Cameron's page. Really, really cool. So we can see exactly what they're doing when they get to our website, which is really important in creating content. And so if we know there's a lot of people going to certain pages, we want to make sure that the content on that page is really, really keen and really, really, exciting for the people to read. So we keep them there, right? So another really cool thing is you can, let's see, acquisition, we already went over that. Audience, we went over that. Conversions, you can actually set up a conversion. And a conversion is something like they came to the website and filled out a form. That would be an example of a conversion. Or, in other industries, they came to the website and they bought a product, or they searched for something. So we can create different conversions so we can see exactly, what kind of behaviors our clients are taking when they're coming to our website or when we're doing advertising. So the Google Analytics is really, really cool. And then once you have your Google Analytics account, what we do mechanically is we go to tracking info. We get our tracking code. We literally highlight this tracking code, copy it, and then we're going to take that into our agent marketing system. Let me do a new share real quick. So in our agent marketing system, we have the ability to put this code into our website. So I'll just use Roger Kelly, new agent. Glad to have Roger with us. We're going to go into his website and I'll show you exactly where we would post that. So we go into options, we go into site identity, and in this little site identity area, there's a little spot that says analytics scripts. And so we can put in our Facebook pixel scripts, we can put in all different kinds of scripts here. So here, I'm going to paste that script that we just got from our Google Analytics account. And so now this tag is in, and I'm not going to do this because we don't want this particular tag to be in Rogers, but that's exactly how we would do it. So again, we take that Google Analytics code, we bring it over to our agent marketing, we go into our options, go to site identity, and we drop it in there. And then that way we can read all the data of people that are coming to our website. Let me go back. So the next thing that we want to do with our Google account is we also have the ability to run Google Ads. So Google Ads are really important. You can spend very little, you can spend a lot. It depends on your budget, but it's something that you should be doing on a regular basis. So Google Ads, you just, again, go to Google Ads. And so, like I said, once you have your Google account set up, you can see all this stuff is connected. And so my recommendation is to always use Google Chrome because it's easy to connect everything. The other browsers work fine. You can use all these different products with other browsers, but Google Chrome is set up for Google. It's set up for all the different things that they offer. So we go to Google Ads and same thing, start now is what you would do if you're beginning, or sign in if you already have your Google account. Same thing, I sign in, it already knows who I am and all those things. So the Google Ads, in fact, let me show you a different Google ad account. So the Google ads, you could set up all different kinds of ads, including YouTube ads. So from your Google Ads dashboard, you can set up all different kinds of different campaigns and different ways to get your business, message out there. So really good idea to be doing video campaigns and to be doing regular Google campaigns. And a regular Google campaign looks something like this, because as we all know, you go to Google and you do a search. This is what the ad would look like. They always have just a little area where you can click. It shows the website, and it has a couple of different little blurbs below it. So anytime we do a search for anything on Google, this kind of thing is displayed. And of course, when it has ad next to it, that lets the consumer know that that's an advertisement. It's not just an organic listing. So and it's fairly straightforward when you're creating the Google ads, but there are a lot of things to it. So you may want a little bit of help when you're setting up your Google ad. I'm definitely here to help you with that. So those are the basics of the Google account. Those are all of the different important Google tools that you have available to you. Most of it's free, except for advertising, of course. But I really encourage you guys, if you haven't set up your Google accounts, to do it. Bill, any big takeaways for you from today's presentation?
Yeah, as you were speaking through a lot of the YouTube section, Kevin, I was just kind of going through, searching, real estate sites or real estate realtors or real content, and and then I typed in the gal that I obviously follow here in town, Katrina Smith, and seeing if she had what she had as far as content, because I do see some of her stuff that's pushed out on social media, and she does a really good job of balancing her properties that she's selling, and then also she does something that's really cool. It's called a value bomb, where she gives 4 candid tips on real estate investing in Orange County. She does these quick little 30-second informative tidbits about real estate, about fixer, whatever the little topic is. But once again, it's good, solid content. So if you are going to do this, which I think we all, if you're in this business seriously and you want to build a long-term business and you want to build a foundation in your business, this is a must, for one. Number two, go around, search through this stuff and copycat somebody you like, somebody you can resonate with. I just went through a bunch and saw like, someone had like, my first month as being a realtor, newly licensed, and this gal, she looked like she's well presented and looked like I didn't get to watch it, but it was probably something I would just peruse just to see what what the content was. But you can mimic somebody that you like, or you can you can relate to and adopt their style. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you go like, oh, I don't know what to put, or I don't know what to do, just spend a few minutes going through it and find someone that you can relate to and someone that you can emulate and do it.
Yeah, and Katrina is a perfect person to emulate. A complete pro. Just watch some of her videos. They're really good. They're all in that 30-second to 1 minute range. So that's she's killing it there as far as keeping people's attention and not being too long-winded. So really good idea to follow exactly what she's doing. As you can see, her digital footprint is impeccable. She's completely dominated this page. This is all information that she controls. So she's done an amazing job on her digital footprint. But yeah, I agree, Bill. Go ahead and watch her videos. Just even go to YouTube and just do a search for Katrina Smith, Realtor, and Facebook as well. So she's on.
And even though she's in the real high end, the high end price points, and if that's not your niche, or you sell homes in the 500 to $1 million range, or wherever your market is, it doesn't matter. It's all relatable. Like, it doesn't matter if you're selling $5 million homes in Dana Point, or you're selling $600,000 home in Modesto. It doesn't matter. The formula is the same. It's the same.
Yeah, and good point. And I want everybody to bring that $5 million kind of price point attitude to the lower price points that we generally service, because you're taking all the good things that agents do with the higher price points, do the same thing with your lower price points. Maybe you're not going to spend quite as much on drone footage and some crazy stuff, but the more that you do that stuff, the more that you are pushing your envelope a little bit higher. And then people that are referring you or looking at your stuff are saying, wow, this person, even though this was a $600,000 home, this is like, several $1 million marketing, right? So you want to push that envelope, and that's going to help you get those higher price points.
Yeah, and I think it's all about momentum. So if you're, doing these things and you're out there actively, doing deals, this stuff, it all creates that synergy to keep you going. I can tell you for a fact, this gal Katrina, I know she's been working in Newport Beach, I'd say less than 10 years, but she had to do everything that we're asking you guys to do. She's had to do it all. She started from scratch. I remember I actually had an opportunity to work with her, but at the time we didn't have the banking solutions for those really high net worth clients. So at that time it wasn't a fit, and I was very honest with her. I said, I'm not, I don't think we're a fit, but I'd love to, keep, the professional relationship, blah, blah, blah. But she's had to do the same things that we're putting out there today for you guys. If you want to be a top pro in this business, you got to do it. You got to put this stuff into place.
Yeah. Well, guys, I don't see any questions in the chat. So of course, if you would like to follow up with this stuff with me, don't hesitate to do so. It's really important. I love working on this stuff. So definitely, go ahead and schedule an appointment with me.
Yeah. Real quick, Kev, too.
Sure.
Just a reminder, if any of you guys need TC services, we're having an amazing, feedback and experience with TC Advantage with Lauren and her team. I know she's come on a few times. She's kind of, showcased her knowledge and her background in being a car forms expert, keeping things compliant, getting you to move your file from start to close. It's really important. And number two, obviously, it's a holiday on Sunday, it's 4th of July. So I hope everybody has a great 4th, really can enjoy. And Monday we'll be observing that holiday, and we will not be, we'll be observing it and not be open like everybody else.
Yeah, exactly right.
Unless there's a need for mortgage, Cameron and I will pick up the phone, I'm sure.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And then Cameron, I'm sorry, I just saw your comment. Cameron and I are doing video, YouTube video and advertising that. And so I'll have to show that next week. But yeah, we're doing all the same stuff for Clearview Mortgage and for Alta that we, expect you guys to be doing for yourselves. So it all works. Definitely. All right. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. And what do you guys think of this weekend and of the 4th of July? Just think of all of the great things that this country has to offer, and we're all very blessed to be here. So get out there, make it a great week, and we'll see you guys next week on the webinar. Bye-bye.